So 10 years on, just what achievements can EFET celebrate? It's in electricity that EFET is closest to its goals of openness, transparency and liquidity.
It would not be an exaggeration to say we have been instrumental in developing the whole framework for the way in which wholesale electricity is transacted inside the European Union. And I think we have accelerated the development of the market in a way which it's difficult to see would have happened but for our existence.
And I think specifically what EFET's role has been very important in assuring a minimum set of transparency rules in the electricity market, where regulators and EFET have worked together closely to define what is the minimum level of transparency needed for the energy market to work.
People, I think, became increasingly aware about the importance of transparency. They're not afraid, as in the beginning. And now we can see some concrete steps indeed, and information is published, is more accessible than before.
Channeling the experience of real-life traders through one organisation, EFET has gained influence over EU lawmakers and regulators.
EFET has, in that, being head of the herd, instead of awaiting regulations and deregulations being pushed to the different companies and different member states, EFET has gathered the interests of the different parties involved and made sure that the process of energy trading would be installed and extended as much as possible, and has been very successful in that.
EFET has been an incredibly successful lobby and policy group, and as such has been quite influential at the European Commission level with transmission companies and with regulators. And I think a key to the success of that has probably been the ability of EFET to base its advice on real practical traders' opinions and views, and being able to implement that into the policy-making process.
I think one of the biggest contributions that EFET has done is they've given the energy trading community a voice, not only with the Commission in Brussels but with national governments and to the press and public in general.
The EFET master contracts have become the industry standard for buying and selling electricity, natural gas, emission allowances and related products.
I mean, the industry needed to agree on standard terms and conditions to do business, and EFET proposed a standard contract. Now this contract is widely used within the industry, and people even are saying, let's do an EFET with each other, meaning let's set up a contract between ourselves to do business based on EFET terms and conditions.
In particular the credit provisions, so the provisions which protect you as a user have been tremendously successful in difficult times, and this has created the reputation success of this documentation throughout Europe.
EFET.net is another major achievement, set up in 2004 with over 40 companies already on board. It's an advanced software for automating energy trading.
It's really about connecting counterparties and stakeholders in the market together in order to create a network, a secure community which allow different participants in the market to exchange information in a secure and electronic way. So we replace the fax machine, we replace the fax paper with the EFET box and the electronic document.
The amount of reduction in operational risk is significant as far as I can say. We only have to look at signals where potentially errors are occurring in the process rather than checking every single field and ticking it off manually.
The EFET structure of national and regional subgroups working on the ground in key parts of Europe has also borne fruit. In Germany, for example, where EFET Deutschland was set up in 2001.
And even the old monopolist companies have understood or start to understand that liberalization is a chance and not a challenge. It's a chance for them because they are well positioned. They could take advantage of the new world, of the new trading world. And they are starting to do this. And we are helping them also understanding the new issues. And this can only be done if you are on the ground in the country.
Task Force Central and Eastern Europe, founded in 2005, is also breaking down barriers.
I mean, if you want to trade in Central Eastern Europe, you had to, for example, create your subsidiary or branch, and we're still fighting We're still fighting. Not everything is solved, but there are definitely some improvements.
Now we have in most of the countries some form of liquid spot market. In some countries, like in the Czech Republic, we have even a very liquid and transparent futures market. So a lot of progress has been achieved already.
On climate change and emissions trading in particular, EFET has supported the development of the EU's cap and trade scheme from the very beginning.
I think that the way that EFET has accepted the emissions element to the European picture as part of the complex, like anything else, has played a very big role in establishing Europe as the leading sector, or the leading geography rather, in terms of emissions trading worldwide.